the orb as well from Viper in a position, because it seems like they'll be able to pressure up on the walls with the Sova and use that almost to their advantage sometimes. So it's going to get tricky. That's what we love to see. I mean, Haven's a chess game anyways as we get onto the map. And C seems to be the start here. Oh, maybe some more orb grabs to start off to get Bunny B going right away. Or even Kurosu. It'll be interesting to see what they do focus. Pretty standard A-push by TNX here, just to get a little info on that lobby.
Get your neon deposited. This is the composition that is just C take simulator, as we like to call it, the ice of the Yoru. Expecting what we'll see. And I said, Eli, I'm down you on the Viper. Deliver for me, but it's that kind of tendency again to give up the space. Play retake with your team. TNX is going for here. And that's where, again, we have to look towards Hikikomori to not get stagnant, to not play the same way they played over on Sunset. And that's exactly what they're doing. 3, almost 4 players now fighting back in the garage.
They turn. They're just searching. Not being in sight wasn't enough for them. They're like, we planted. Now we need to go for the next objective. Find them first.
Ooh. The re-rep after the late cam was there and pinged out Eli. That is such an ore move and might just be what they need. As Super Sushi has found oranges. They're not quite sure about garage. It's a big cool question mark. They could also be long. And it's just going to be playing off of the time. And even if you got the kill, which you have, doesn't look like the round. The pistol will go your way. A good attempt, but Hikikomori, once again, first half, first pistol goes their way.
Yeah, they get in quick, and the retake capabilities there for TNX didn't strike as quick as I thought they would, having the dart, having a drone. Really good positioning by Hikikomori to get forward, so none of that could really be used. Oh, bye-bye. Vandal, 2 Guardians, and a Bulldog here for Hikikomori to set down the second round.
Laying down the law, as long as they don't find the loopholes in the contract. If you're thirsty, knocking on the door out of TNX here. A few sheriffs to boot. Curious to see how it's going to function. Very similar, big picture-wise, for the spread of players and the defense out of TNX here. Slower start as well to make sure there's no, little grass parade out of TNX here. And that's kind of given time to rotate back over to B, front B, I should say, for these 2 A-side players. And yeah, I said Super Sushi can deliver on an island. She'll have to learn to swim real quick here.
Note our starting Viper wall is going to be that just across B, start of that cat entrance and mains, allowing them to play a little bit closer here, get a share of crossfire, or at least a share of surprise. And this lurk in the mid is going to help them kind of pin down that it is an A hit here, but it's still going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah. I like the deeper trap wire here, actually. Like, obviously, yeah, you could go back around.
Right? You've already committed, and you're like, dang.
Yeah. Like, why would they go around at this point? And even then, you're kind of checking your back regardless. Meantime, you have to trust in your teammates on site to hold down just long enough for you to get that forward positioning, but the hesitation to break that trap wire means that everybody has followed short. Orange has handled both on the flank, and Hikikomori should walk away with this round, unless the steal.
What?
That was 1 HP.
Did you see that?
Bunny wanted the knife. What can we say?
Oh.
What is going on? Not like this. Not like this. Steel has 1 HP to somehow survive 2 players. Are really able to follow up, but hey, right-click RNG doesn't care about being stunned or not.
It's the pocket sand. It'll hit. All right. 2 now for Hikikomori here. They don't lose too much on that. Bunny B is going to be a bit of a lower buy here. Can still buy in when they want it. Maybe a sheriff? All right, it will be. Easy stuff. But they have to force through now. Or not force through, force themselves through these weapons of TNX. Now TNX can be in their retake mode. Is it as powerful as last map?
We'll have to see. A little aggressive mid-wall this round, but just clear it, pass through it. And make sure there's nothing too antsy. GG though, I love this. You see it from so many players just trying to bait your utility, switch it out for a kill. All it finds is a little bit of chip damage on the tear that a pick-me-up can handle. You've been punished as a result as well. Hey, we can circle back again inevitably to the killjoy utility now. It's the alarm bot on the B entry.
Yeah. You're definitely going to play with this. Little metal to the right, clone to the left. Oh my gosh, they're gonna go right through the lane.
Scanning ahead.
And now it's gonna be Sober Sushi trying to figure out what the safest spot to live here is. Oh, they're gonna be fine.
Ooh.
They just wanted the entire link. HAKI, from their pistol round to now, are just spreading out into the map after plant.
I mean, it's literally just a conversation, a tough one you had to have with your coach about why things were going wrong and why you only got one post plant through.
Yeah.
And these are the changes that are allowing it to come into fruition. Oh, Arrow, careful.
Looking, waiting.
Oh my goodness,
That beat you
Eli,
fight.
GG.
Wait, get back to the spike. Okay. Creeping.
We saw how your knife attempt went up against steel. Don't
Cool,
do it
buddy.
now.
Oh, almost got turned
This
on
was
for a
taken.
moment there.
You're a
As soon as the
Joker, bro.
spike got diffused, yeah, you could see Sober was like, wait a minute, this is a weird angle. Somebody could be behind me. A third round now for Hikikimori. They did get their bonus. That is huge. They don't let TNX get into their retake momentum. And no operators will be coming out. I don't think we'll see it with the double duelist either. It's just going to be forward with this initiator utility, using the smokes, and making the action happen. Back to C as we expected.
Placing swarm grenade.
A little bit starker of a microwave setup as well. In the Killjoy util this time around. We'll see the shock darts make quick
My
work of
ult's
it.
ready.
Does not seem to be the case. That's more of an anti-cypher kind of setup here, but Dimensional Drift
Time to jump.
hopefully will communicate it to the team nonetheless. And once again, just retake mode. Two in the smoke. Killjoy playing for their util off site. Unfortunately, Dimensional Drift gets disrespected. Trades deliver, smoke sprays with smoke deliver.
Yeah.
It is chaos incarnate.
We'll call that a very teammate thing to do for the people entering. It's just kind of was like, hi, look at me, that's all. They get the spike down, smokes down again, so they have the freedom to
Wow.
run down long C. GG hits a laser beam though. 3v3, but it's Vandals versus Sheriffs. There's a Phantom in
Ooh.
there, but I don't think it matters too much.
And drone spots all three. You mentioned the Phantom not caring. Well, Flashbang could allow you to collect, but
remaining.
you just decided to play out the team fight, and unfortunately, as soon as the flames fall,
I guess
so
that's it.
will the round. For
there.
stronger
Yeah.
Hikikimori, taking that loss on Sunset personally right now and starkly fixing their attack.
Nice.
You mentioned really at the end there we didn't get many or any timeouts on Sunset. We might get that here. We might. With these
I mean, snaps.
capitalizing for Hikikimori, we might need to reset something soon. Looks like they will get again a bit of a switch up on the Killjoy utility, and finally
Over
the
there.
Viper wall. They're gonna split C and try to play front to back with a little bit of a platform, being able to hop over that and
ahead.
distract.
Well, unfortunately, those seaside changes
Yeah, that's
don't
what
really
it
help
goes, right?
too much when it's an A slam. Yep. And then this is again where Sober Sushi will be tested. Early drone. Could play for the smoke time, could play for the corner avoidance, but it's your team that gets spotted out and looks like they want to just leave. ISO leaves the Clo deposited. Clear short. You still haven't spotted out any of the players actually here on this site, and that's where my concern for is. Because now it's 3 players starting to re-clear. They also are maybe getting tired of the retake antics.
Silence.
Whoa. What an undercut.
It's such a dangerous place to be, and I feel like with that relay bolt there, but they figure out a way through it, and Hikikimori just continue to push through in the face of danger. Again, not even planted yet, and they're like, there's more of the map to take, by the way. There's places to go, W's to press. And they go look for GG now.
Okay. Yeah, Oranges wants this last kill. They want to be locked and loaded with the neural theft in the following round, and Hikikimori is letting it. Go searching. Oh,
Oh,
a little
oh,
bit
oh.
shallow on the jump.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll get the Rotor in life or in death, so not too worried, especially when you're up 0-4. It's going to be 0-5. That would
Turrets
provide you
destroyed.
copious amounts of money. What is this? What is this? Hikikimori just being silly, having fun. That's the name of the game.
Oh no, not a... I think I was about to...
Just spray and run away. And
That's
I
the
think
equivalent,
that-
the little
Everyone
gun
makes
toss.
fun of German
Oh, we heard the little
efficiency.
chat message too. Probably them calling each other out on it. That's
You use
really,
on
really
Monkey.
Yeah.
funny.
Little LOLs.
There it is.
Sure.
I was curious. So HAKI Mori, right, was one that really would have needed the timeouts over on Sunset that weren't taken. TNX never really was in that pressured position, right? You're not gonna take it after you lose like the first 2 rounds in the way you did to Bunny B. Again, that's not something you have to fix at the macro level. That's just Bunny B going nuclear. And so now here, when it feels like intrinsic, it feels like again they're questioning their identity now in terms of, okay, do we play retake, do we fight forward, and getting caught out time and time again by HAKI Mori. They need to get re-centralized on the same page.
Ultimates from the Not Dead Yet, rather. Terror will use that in so many ways. So you could probably expect it to get used this round or almost be one of the spearheads into the site so it can be used in the rest of the team. Almost like Bunny B's Dimensional Drift in the previous round, just to say, look at me, so the team can get stuff. HAKI Mori's pulling all the stops right now, and they're doing a great job of kind of doing that C hit, but also keeping it versatile to the other sites and really behind each other on the trades. So TNX, how do they get through the Hunter's Fury, the neural theft if one of them goes down here? I think it's just got to be one of those seals start sliding and somehow the headshots start flying through because everybody will be there.
That's the issue, is the seal start sliding was always followed up by a paranoia, by a breach stun, by a breach aftershock. And that goes back to what I mentioned where the compositional differences here and how it changes the playstyle intrinsically. And you're seeing that, I think, fixed here just a little bit. You saw, Seal trying to play out with Rosie over towards short in case there was more contact, but this is nice. It's the ISO comp. It should be C-Take Simulator, right? Especially if they've invested a kill contract, but Spike's headed towards A. Sober Sushi makes contact, and it's immediate backpedaling. Can they get there in time?
Kurosu gets the kill contract, a little extended on Eli there as they were fighting it out. And now they're waiting at A. Oh, they find another one across the map, and another. Waiting for these pushes, fearless against the low buy of TNX here. So expect TNX to have a big trap for next round to bring something together from that timeout.
Ooh, I am definitely hoping. I mean, especially it's not a strong indicator when you use an overdrive on an eco without much conversion, and I think that just came out of HAKI Mori is just put the brakes on. Let's wait out that timer, and we can speed back up on A, because their trap play receive function almost immediately, and they were good to go.
All right. One off the Killjoy ult. That's actually, it's not something they can do. They're not going to formulate anything for it. Knowing C is just a big start for HAKI Mori. It's GG playing their life on this. Very deep in the back of sight. Getting, oh no! The moment they decide to step in, they're hit with the exact thing that would take them down. Bunny B on point there. Lockdown won't be available for this round. The timeout starts to fizzle even more that TNX had.
Ooh, it's not over just yet. Hunter Shurian off the kill that RNE on the seal was able to find. A little overheat as well from Kurosu, also just trying to play evasion. And Eli being alive for this long means you get that toxic screen for this engagement, for this retake. And I mean, Seal's on for the ace, and it might just have to be Rosie. Splintered off, trying to play for the time, trying to play for the spike step, and unfortunately it still might not be enough. Start cover up, to stick, to have, down, and not gonna rely on the RNG. The incompetency of the opponent. Get off, they get the kill, and they get snacked in the first round.
Big one from Rosie. Being the last one alive again. And really having an impact on those frags. Now some of the ults are coming together, though. This could be the factor that starts the 6-6 half for the side of TNX. And necessary at this point. I mean, HAKI Mori is going to have that advantage on on Haven. You choose where you go. You're trying to string the defense to less numbers, so you have a bit of that advantage. But TNX can definitely do it with rounds like that.
Well, it was very reminiscent of when they had the ISO or in the kill contract for the fake out on C. This time the difference is how deep Seal is on this A deposit. They hear everybody stampeding. This is the kill corner for a reason, and this is why no one clears it. And at least there's a 1-for-1 trade, but Sober Sushi forced off angle by the undercut avoidance. It's gonna be forced out by you, so it doesn't matter. The entire team is rolling up for you. The entire team for TNX is here.
It is done.
What just happened?
The unexpected. I mean, TNX finally just push up into a position instead of play back into the site. Like, everything's going to happen on the retake anymore. It can't. They have to push forward. They have to get into the face of HAKI Mori before they're set up. And now, hopefully they hold the angles because Bunny B is going to be looking for that operator shot.
Ooh, and
Right
hey,
here.
you said that you wouldn't expect to see that on the attack, but here, excuse me, it is. Again, if you're struggling on the side XX and the follow-throughs, first bloods are the way to go. But my concern is, again, this this Viper wall. I was gonna say, they don't give you the opportunity to get those kills, and just as I speak, Rosie does it.
Caged. So hard.
Terminated.
Dead. GG gets one on the
Swarm
site.
grenade out.
Doesn't stop.
C.
Not going to leave either. Oh, it's now going to be up to Steel.
Watch out.
Steel's got to slide. Got to make it slippery. Oh, the first slide doesn't find anything. 3 to kill, though. Seems like too tall of a task, but they're separated in the site. One dink, just enough time to hide for the next one.
Coming through.
One more kill, and it's actually activation overdrive, but do they want it right now? Fast lane gets walked through, and they're going to try to keep this one. Steel! Oh, shot to the face! They're got to be shut down like that. Unfortunate, but it's Bunny B. Who else to do it?
5 of them
Wow.
after Theoden.
And with
Let's
the
go.
attack operator as well, from opening up the round to then helping on the site, it's really, they were there with a kill in that operator every step of the way. Not sure how that's going to function or work out with the dimensional drift, but all in all, I think that's a great way to bounce back to get that lead confirmed at the half. I mean, double duelist attack side at Haven Cope, I guess for sure.
Time to jump.
But on the other side of things, 5 ults strong for TNX. If they get a retake game, it is going to be a completely different ballpark.
Even playing back in sight here. So was Sushi. They were okay with pushing up once. They know they can't do it every time, so they play back. Quick cam down short. They're expecting Seal to have a push up here. And very, very patient on C. So TNX is at least, they're not forcing a hand, but they're definitely just trying to keep forces at 2 sites instead of stringing each other between 3.
Okay. And I think that's why we're seeing HAKI Mori poke and prod in multiple parts of the map, right? They understand that the retake-centric focus point is just so strong with these ults, with just how TNX played on map 1. And they want the kills so bad before the exec, and not being able to find them means you gotta take things into your own hands. And that particularly is Bunny B dimensional drift, and likely a shotgun behind it with like a shorty.
Oh, they're thinking they have the lurk timing, but this is such a long hold from GG to not be there. Okay, bye. Cal Sushi goes into Karosu, comes up with another kill in the kill contract, but that's a really weird position to be coming out. And who else at the end of the round but Rosie? Able to swipe those last few kills perfectly to bring in 3 for the round, and the operator back to the hands of Steel.
Okay. Hey, I mean, double ult invested again just to try to soften the blow of those retake ultimates, and fortunately just does not work. Follow up of that overdrive off of the lockdown does not connect, and Next are again trying to keep things close. We kind of saw this turnaround after the explosive HAKI Mori lead. Kept it close, they took the eventual lead, and we ended up that 6-6 path. A little different here, but again, with this A side such a focal point, we get the Viper's Pit. We get a pretty consistent hold. HAKI Mori go back to the defaulty, kind of poke and prod methodology.
Still trying to gain grass. They don't know if anybody's gonna just fly out of this pit. They are very scared about it. Ooh. Rosie's got to back off the point. They went all the way through A last time they did this. Rosie's got to be so careful. And it does not look like they're going to hold off this time. Oh! It looks like it's a HAKI Mori that's got to be careful.
Wow. I mean, you want to let the Rosie 4K simmer, but Rosu almost turned it right back in their face. Last kills done in quick succession. GG able to salvage things. And the operator is brought into their own arsenal to cap off the half. It's going to be a rough one, money-wise. Still the Hunter's Fury. He's got the Neural Theft maybe to help kind of propel yourself into a side exec, but I think at this point they're getting stopped at the door without even being getting let in, which is completely different than the problem they had in map 1.
All right, last round here. It did not, I mean, it was 6-1. TNX has been doing such a good job to bring themselves back. Can it be one more? Just missing the thigh of Oranges on the peak. Kurosu finds another one just right through garage there. Going in with Bunnybee on the gate crash blast. But they are creating some chaos right now. And HAKI Mori just levels TNX at the beginning of the round, basically.
Whew. There's that Neural Theft. Look, they're trying to hunt down these players so they don't get a chance to recollect. One enemy bounce back, and Kurosu give the spear in doing so, and now makes it a 1v3. Even less of an opportunity to convert, and also know, excuse me, exactly where Eli should be coming from.
One way makes everything that much more difficult, but step in front. The spike's planted just to the other side. Oh, never mind. Droned up, phoning home on this one. Gonna need some help. They're all gonna wait. Orange is the first to peak. Lowest health. Wait, Oranges was the lowest health. That's not how the math works. All right, they've bought enough time. 2 bullets left. It's gonna be both to the head if they really want this one. And Eli does not get it. Bunnybee racks up another alt point. 8-4 half in favor of HAKI Mori. And it looks like we're gonna get a good old map change on Sunset, being traded over to TNX and HAKI Mori. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep, and that would be an interesting one.
They're getting their own maps.
That would be an interesting one for sure, because Bind, if we go to map 3, 13-5 for TNX that kicked off their stage, and that's
Yeah.
Versus, it's been kind of a consistency for HAKI Mori, win or loss, but hey, 8-4 halves are not the end of the world, especially on an decided double duelist-centric HAKI Mori, right? So, wouldn't count TNX out just yet. I mentioned this team has grit. They have, again, consideration. They put in work, and we'll see if it shows here. Again, I mentioned they don't have as much utility to dump in to make up for a shock undercut combo, but we'll see what the double controller can cook up.
Peeking the angle. Just trying to draw a little bit of attention. Seal saying, hey, look, I'm here. I think they would assume that would be Seal too, with how much they're running around and trying to make things happen. So you're trying to say, hey, there's got to be an initiator here, probably my smoker. And yeah, they've bought 3 at least towards A. HAKI Mori is staying true to their defense, and they're going to go searching a little bit more, keeping that aggression intact from the first half. Oh, the turn.
It's just going to be an all-out backyard crawl in a main. Just steamrolling here. Spike down out in mid. They're gonna swarm it like ants to sugar at this point. GG. Left to navigate a 1v4. This is the kind of moments where, again, like HAKI Mori gets silly and you could punish it. We'll see what happens, but Bunnybee, what a position. Oh,
30 seconds left.
Holding. Boop. Oh, 1 calibration shot. Easy down to HAKI Mori, 5-9. It looks like Bind might be on the horizon here as they continue this. The bonus rounds have been good for teams too, so they can carry 3. They're going to be putting a lot of pressure on with double digits even after this round. And Seal goes for the Bucky.
Time to jump.
Wants to try and get a little tricky here. Might do a slide into garage or a slide on that short area in sewer just to make sure they have the close range they want.
Ooh, and I mentioned, hey, no outlaws, no sniper rifles over on Sunset, but Bunnybee has 1 front and center. Doesn't matter if you have a turret body block because it is crisp. It is a first blood headshot, and they are out. Not even needing dimensional drift. They are repositioned, reposted up on the window, searching. In the meantime, you can try to speed up, but you're going to run into a creatively placed trap wire. You're going to run into terror, running contact on it, or you just need to go through a smoke off of nothing.
It just looked like one of those movie-ass things where you're spamming the doorway. Just through a horizontal line. And the first shot was a headshot. Wow. Terror playing the timing. Getting that smoke kill. And they will be able to just spread back out into a default-ish defense with this push down long C. A great read here on where the rest of the Sheriffs of TNX can go.
Okay. Again, this is a nice rebound, but with 3 players strong here, chances are slim.
Revealing area.
Especially with the recon from Kalsushi. It showed us that Kuroso for the swings, but they tuck away at an opportune time. Finds the first, but Kalsushi finding those 2 means so for Sushi. Demise feels imminent at this point. Bunny B closing in. The players from site closing in. And just like that, Hikikimori will get to double digits.
And they keep 4 alive to go into this round as well. That Sheriff looks like it got dropped to someone, or just takes the stinger. He might have just gone to Bunny, be honestly, with the Outlaw here to make sure they're finalizing some kills if there is a tag shot through a wall. And Guardian and a Bulldog on the side for TNX. It shouldn't be too much of a problem as they're going to be behind each other on these takes. But they have to get the teamwork going now. Such a night and day change from our Sunset matchup. And Sober starts on Bunny B, dropping the Outlaw.
Yeah, speaking of changes, right? They go up on the box instead. They don't stare down that Killjoy death line we saw in the prior. Again, it's how this double duelist functions, right? Taking that space, a nice deposit from Kurosu. A little, again, one and done-esque nature, trying to play off the timing of the Viper's wall. The drone is outpaced by TNX. A small mistake with possibly lethal consequences. The Viper, though, again, was the one that started this full rotation. Makes their way up short, finds Kalsushi, and again, it's just one after the other. Hikikimori trying to rely on heroics and terror. Overhealed, looking for the last. Looking for 11, and Oranges will steal the glory. They bought enough time for that team fight. They bought enough time to get to 11.
Jeez. Terror is just snappy right now. Now, we mentioned the Haven game versus YDZ. It was 29 and 14, a plus 15 scoreline coming from your controller. Yeah, Terror just feels good on this map. You can see it coming through on the defensive side when the opponent has to confront Terror. It's exactly what they're confronting.
This goes here.
A bonus round grab by Hikikimori and Sheriffs again for TNX.
Ooh. And they think they can win this A fight, so let's repeat. See what happens. Rosie. Decisive challenge for the Swarm Grenade. Unfortunately, it does not connect again. Starting to see Hikikimori clean up some of these team fights. Never alone.
Try again.
Unless you just get a timing like that as your Kurosu. Operator, though.
Distraction.
Falls, so you gotta pass that up with a kill contract, and Kalsushi responding off of it as well. A little dicey for a second, but ultimately they did not deny the eco. They stabilize and they get to 12.
We can end it now.
3 for 3 on, or it's 100% on kill contracts, however many there have been, I'm pretty sure. Crazy stuff from Kurosu. 18-11 there. The rest of the team also fragging out into the double-digit sector. They got to be feeling good and vibing together here to get themselves to a bind. A third map of this series to find a third win in the Swiss stage. Let's see what they do on this. The Viper wall changes a little bit again. Giving that possible walk up. Oh my. Lobby hit, strike. Followed down the stairs. Almost.
Over there.
They really just wanted that undercut to hit, right? Vulnerability +1 to ping.
Yeah.
They would have been dusted, but they keep getting dusted. Kurosu had the sideline there on the steal, but the follow from Rosie is strong, and they use that to strike a gaping hole in this A-side defense for Bunny B. Trying to play without the lack of a smoke. Always these close proximity headshots, but still, job's not done. It's going to be the disadvantage 3v4 retake to put this map away.
Another one. More delay. Straight off the bat. Watching the high side. They get Viper back as well. Eli comes in. There's going to be an orb that comes out. Now they have the orb for delay. They have a bite that can go there. This is beautiful from TNX.
They gotta make sure they don't overpeak the op. They cannot slip up here, and they will not. And the double swings off of contact. Sober, Sushi, and GG together will keep TNX alive, push them to a 5th. It's still 7 until overtime, but
yeah,
better charting, better navigation. Set.
That was so unfortunate for him down at short there. It's like Cal Sushi tried to come in and like, where were they? And he's just scooting over, and instead they were scooting over to get in a position for that double face when they saw Rosie. That it seemed like such a good setup. And it just takes a moment for the team to recapture the moment. That's what they did. Nice job by TNX to stay alive with those first few kills in short. And we'll see where they continue this game in a 2-1-2 default to feel out HAKI Mori, which I think is the right call with these pushes. And the search they have. Oh, Kurosu still finds the mark.
And that's been a big difference. I think it's just the first blood differential. They've tried to close out this map. Kurosu at the helm of that. Honeybee as well. Okay. Little regroup again. They don't quite like all the space they've given up, eh? The only issue is that the player that they lost is Eli, right? So no more toxic screen, no more safe passage. Kurosu is going to take advantage of that.
I'll handle this.
Quick trade, and they just cut it. Ooh, I think that was hurt a little bit, yeah? Bunny Bee, I think, hurt a few steps to GG. They're going to be moving all the way over to C. Resetting on this. They're going to be ready with that tripwire, too. Nobody really to break that right away.
Ooh.
30 seconds left.
Guard means you don't know you're walking into a trap. You don't know you're walking into 3. Riv.
One
enemy remaining.
Orange clears. It's not going to be Rosie this time. Terror finds that last one, and HAKI Mori spin a win on their own map to make